So the Fringe is done. I did my 2-week run. We sold it out, did some extra dates. Those sold out, had amazing reviews, lots of lovely audiences. Thank you if you came along. But I know you don't care about that stuff. You don't care, ultimately. What you care about is my spreadsheet. How much did I actually spend in the end? We're going to find out right now. Public liability insurance with equity, that is £148.50. That's the cost of a 6-month membership, which includes your insurance. Merch. Now, I decided it would be nice to pair my bucket speech with a little freebie. So I got some badges made and they were £36. Congratulations if you got a badge, by the way, because I only had 100 of those. I also bought an actual bucket for the bucket speech because you can't take anything for granted. And that was £8.88. Tech rehearsal costs. Now, my show had quite a lot of tech in it. If you were there, you will know that. So I wanted to make sure that my techs knew the show really well. And to rehearse for that, that cost me £156.94. I ended up picking up quite a few extra props towards the end of my preparation, and that came to another £93.24. I also realised that my initial plan of wearing the same costume every day for 2 weeks was maybe a little bit on the clatty side, so I ended up getting some duplicates, and that cost me £109.61. Now, I initially didn't buy any flyers for having with me at the Fringe because it was already sold out, and then I did a couple of extra shows. I didn't need flyers for those either, but my third extra show was scheduled for midnight, and I realised my audience aren't really a stay up late type, so I realised actually I should probably flyer for that. So I ended up getting 250 extra flyers, which was £55.90. And I also, that included me printing out little details of the extra show to stick onto the flyers. And I paid for people to flyer, so I paid 50 quid to 3 different people to flyer for 2.5 hours maybe, and which is a pretty good rate, but you know, I like to be fair. My tech costs came to £705. I also decided to get my show filmed, partly for posterity, but also so that my friends and family who couldn't go can see the show, particularly my mum, who was meant to come along and then she couldn't in the end. So that cost me £360. Something that I haven't mentioned that is often the biggest cost for a lot of people is accommodation. So I was very lucky. A friend gave me mates rates to stay at her flat for the 2 weeks. So the final cost that I'm going to give you now excludes accommodation. It also excludes transport, petrol, taxis, all of that stuff. So, drum roll. My final cost for Edinburgh Festival Fringe 2025 for a 2-week run was £3,824.23. So obviously if I'd paid for PR, that figure would be closer to £5,000. If I'd paid for accommodation at a usual rate, that would be a significant figure. So that's it. Thank you again to everyone who has followed along, who came to my show. I hope you've found this cost breakdown useful if you are thinking about doing the Fringe yourself. If you did the Fringe this year, congratulations, well done. I hope you managed to make a bit of money. And yeah, I've just noticed there's a nice oil stain on my boob, but I'm not going to re-record this video. I'm keeping it real. Okay, bye.